This is a HeadGum podcast.
Oh my God, I cannot believe that Nick is late. He might not even make the episode. This is extremely frustrating. It's our first episode of 2025.
I know. I just hope that I've been trying to get a hold of him. I hope he has a good enough reason. Oh, good. He's calling me back. Here, let me answer it. I'll put him on speakerphone. Hello.
Hey guys, I'm so sorry. I'm in like monster traffic. I'm hoping to be there. I really though think like I know we don't have the studio for very long because the other shows need to get in there. I think you should just start without me, and I'll try to hop in the middle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm really sorry about that.
You know, it's fine. I know you have a sort of a bit of a commute, and that it's a tricky time of year. I understand, but you know, Heather and I we've been waiting.
No, totally. Yeah. No, I'm ready. So I think just start the episode as well. No, sorry, I wasn't talking to you. Can I get the ghost pepper ranch chicken sandwich combo, please?
Hang on.
I'll do it with a Sprite. And then can I get the baked potato instead of the fries?
Really treat yourself there, I guess, buddy.
Excuse me, Nick. It sounds like you're not in traffic.
Yeah.
What? No. It's fucking crazy here. Hey, move out! Get out of the road! What are you doing here? Sorry, I wasn't talking to you. Can you give the saucy nugs?
Okay. Based on what you're ordering and how excited you are, it doesn't sound like you're in traffic at all, actually. It sounds like you're at Wendy's.
Do you have the spicy... Sorry, was that... I get two people talking to me. Can you get the spicy honey barbecue nugs? Because I'm a bit of a heat seeker.
First of all, don't ever say that on this show. And secondly... You called us. You picked this time to call us.
This is what I'm like, it's crazy out here. I'm going to try not to use my phone while I'm on the road, you know? I don't need to pull over.
This guy with not using his phone.
I'm so angry I can't breathe.
Look, outside, like, just completely disconnected from everything. Hypothetically, do you guys want anything from Wendy's?
If I was at Wendy's, would I want a spicy chicken sandwich medium combo with a Frosty instead of a drink? Yes, I would want that. But since I'm not there...
And you aren't either.
Yeah, since you're in traffic and have no way of getting that...
Oh, so you heard that off of the speakerphone? So you can just add that to the order? And also, can you swap out my Sprite? Because I want a Frosty too, I'm realizing. Can you do the vanilla Frosty? You know, vanilla is a flavor. Anyone else want anything?
I quit my job to be here on time. I quit my job to be in the booth when we started the record.
And when you say something like vanilla's a flavor, who the fuck are you talking to? Who's challenging you on this?
Thank you. Have a great day. I know. I'm sorry. I had a little bit of traffic. I'm back on the road now, so I'll see you guys. I'm gonna make one more stop.
One more stop. You're gonna make a stop.
Does anyone want anything from Arby's?
No.
You gotta drive really far to get one. We ring in the new year and celebrate the games that are coming in the year 2025 this week on Get Played.
Welcome to Get Played, your one-stop show for good games, bad games, and every game in between. It's time to get played. I'm your host, Heather Anne Campbell, along with my fellow host, Matt Apodaca.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the premier video game podcast where we are starting off 2025 with a bang. Bang!
Bang! Happy New Year.
Happy New
folks.
Year. Happy New Year, everybody. Why isn't Nick here? Because he got so fucking trashed on New Year's Eve.
He was partying with Baby New Year.
He was partying with Beyonce.
Yeah.
He was partying with, who's that other guy?
I think Chapel Roan was there.
Chapel Roan was there. So, you know, he's got a good excuse. But the dude,
Who's
thought
the
he
guy?
was like above celebrity. Turns out he is celebrity.
Yeah, Nick is sort of like part of the upper crust, and we don't really understand how he gets to it and how he like sort of puts on this sort of like air that he's like not cool and he's actually kind of lame.
Yeah.
And like not funny or
Dude has like Hollywood street cred running through his veins.
Yeah.
And it is thicker than his blood, which is pretty thick because he loves to eat garbage.
Yeah, it's like when he bleeds, it comes out like a Twizzler.
Oh, fuck. Hot Twizzler.
Can I say something too about Twizzlers real quick?
What? Go ahead.
Or while we're on it. Kind of like them more than Red Vines.
I don't give a shit about either of them.
You're not a candy eater.
No, I don't eat candy.
Ranch, how you feeling about licorice and licorice variety of snacks?
Twizzler forever.
Let's go, dog. Hell yeah.
I will say this.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's why Ranch is on this show.
Wait. I do have an announcement about candy.
I'm listening.
So
breaking candy news?
Breaking candy news. They've got sugar-free Reese's peanut butter cups now.
That's interesting.
And I have not partaken in sugar for more than a year now. So, did I buy these on site? Yes. Do I limit myself to one per day? Of course, because, whatever it is that I'm trying to provide my body with health-wise by not eating sugar, guaranteed it is setting me back that amount for each of these Reese's peanut butter cups. But motherfucker, they are so fucking good. I don't understand what's in it. I don't understand how they've done it. It tastes like a Reese's peanut butter cups. Probably not to you, but to me, identical.
This is a controversial take of mine.
Let's go.
I don't like the Reese's peanut butter cup that much. I like the little ones.
That's what size the sugar-free ones are.
The distribution is better to me. The regular sized ones, I think, do not taste good to me.
In fact, talking about them right now, I'm going to stop by a Vons or a John's, and I'm going to get some sugar-free Reese's on my way home.
Wow, that's a nice treat for you. Maybe a fun thing to do.
Yeah?
Get the regular ones.
Nope.
Hey, hang on.
Okay.
Put them in front of Mary, see if she can see which one is which.
I'm sure she'd be able to tell the difference.
This is starting to sound like a different podcast that Wiger's on.
Yeah.
But it would be us doing it?
Yeah. Be us doing it. So lower stakes.
Yeah, Heather can't eat any of the stuff. And I eat it when I'm being bad.
I can and do eat all of the stuff that doesn't have sugar in it. Like I'll eat cheeseburgers.
Yeah, you'll eat a cheeseburger.
I don't give a fuck about any of this. Just sugar because sugar's bad. That's it. Just sugar. That's just sugar.
I mean, it is.
And think about this.
It is poison, unfortunately.
I have like 4 cheeseburgers every 10 days. I wouldn't say 50% of the days. I would say 40% of the days I'm eating a cheeseburger.
That's what you would say on average, like 2 a month, maybe.
What?
I don't know the math.
4 out of 10 days?
10. Every 10 days, there's 30 days in a month.
Right.
Every 10 days, you're having 4 burgers.
So I'm eating 12 a month.
Okay, Heather.
Right?
That's a lot of burgers.
I eat a lot of cheeseburgers.
They're really filling, and like when you really stop and think about it, they can't be that bad.
They're so fucking cheap. They're so inexpensive. It's one of the best ways to eat.
This is what we're doing on this show now. We're like, burgers are not bad for you, actually.
So just cutting out sugar, all my blood pressure is like right in the perfect middle.
Yeah.
It's just sugar that does it to you. That's my take.
You're like almost keto.
Fuck no. I eat French fries like a...
Well, yeah, you eat the fries and the bread and stuff, but like the cheeseburger, that's keto.
No, it's bun. What are you talking about?
Well, yeah, I'm saying bun is not keto, but the cheese and the burger part...
You're insane.
That's keto, no?
You're insane.
Ranch, that's keto.
The last time...
Without the bun is keto.
That's what I'm saying.
But the bun is more than half.
Don't get the fucking bun then.
I want you to know.
Heather?
I'm not keto. I want you to know that the last time you and I hosted an episode together,
we talked about fries.
The complaint in the Discord was Wiger's not there, and those motherfuckers still talking about food for 45 minutes.
Look, it's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new year, baby. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. When is this actually coming out? What's the day? Is it like Monday? I mean, it's Monday.
Monday on the 6th.
The 6th.
Oh!
Hey, let's ride, brothers.
That's why Nick's not here.
Oh, God.
Activate.
Oh, fuck. Okay. I'm really excited to talk about this topic.
Me too.
I'm really excited to talk about video games. I'm really excited to talk about, I don't know, whatever other bullshit we talk about on this show. Matt, are you ready? Ranch, are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready to rock.
All right, let's rock.
Oh, I guess. Hang on. Actually, before we rock,
Okay, let's roll.
let's roll. I have a question to ask everybody. What are you playing?
Happy New Year! It's me, the Resident Evil Merchant, ringing in 2025 the right way, the light way, the resident way. Yeah, I'm gonna make some resolutions. One, I am not going to get arrested again.
Oh. That's a good resolution.
It's a great resolution. Great resolution.
Can I say?
Yes.
Resolution?
Oh, I love it. I love it. It makes me so proud. Resolutions. For all of those of you out there wearing that shirt, where's my money?
Oh my God. You think the people who bought the shirt owe you money or we owe you money?
All around.
I don't know if it really works like that. I don't think if you bought a Tom Petty t-shirt, you specifically owe the Tom Petty estate.
That's not how I live.
Well, okay, yeah, but just because you think you live a certain way doesn't dictate the rules of society.
I don't want to know what you're playing because I would hope that you partied for the last week just like me. I want instead to know what were you playing, what you wished you had played. I want to know for 2024. What are your regrets?
Well, I do have regrets. I have none, of course. I like to live as clean as I can, so I feel like I have a pretty clear conscience in that regard. However, there are some games that I've missed out on in the last year, and this is like an old format we kind of used to do on the premium DLC. We did it one time.
We did?
We did something called You Missed Out.
Oh, well, I don't remember that. I don't remember the DLC at all. But you can listen to it on patreon.com/getplayed.
That's right. And,
It's our premium back catalog I don't know.
They're way back there. You got to really find them. They're way back there, but they're there. They're there. Look, there's a lot of games that came out this year. There's a lot of games that I started in 2024 that I simply did not finish.
Me too.
Star Wars Outlaws.
Fuck, that was my list.
Okay, well, let's talk. I mean, we can talk about it for a second. We'll get onto it in a second.
Okay.
I started the Princess Zelda game. It kind of. I missed out on UFO 50, but I think, and I'm going to try to hold to this as best as I can. Because, we recorded some of these in bulk in advance of a month-long break from doing the show. So I think I will have started UFO 50 at least a little bit by the time we record next in the actual new year. So I'll have something to report on then.
Wait, what day is it?
It's January 6th.
Okay, so we're recording day of.
We're recording just a little bit ahead. It doesn't. But here's the thing.
I don't understand what the day is.
The listener hears that and they think that that's bad, and it's not bad because the content is new. It doesn't matter when it was recorded. It's new information.
I lived last night like it was the last day of the year.
Well, you always kind of do that, and that's something I think that's a little bit beautiful about how you live.
Thank you.
So I would like to start now. Next week, hopefully, I'll have a report on what UFO 50 I've started. Now that I'm saying this, I really must commit to it. I gotta download UFO 50 and see what's going on. But gosh, I mean, there's all these Like a Dragon games that I missed out on. I think 2 came out this year.
Yeah, pretty much.
But
one a month.
Yeah, just one a month.
Yeah,
it wouldn't shock me if they could do it. I feel like we could have a Like a Dragon year.
Yep.
Which, you know what? That could be fun for the show, I think.
Oh, God.
Just to play one series an entire year.
Oh, my God. What a nightmare.
It'd be pretty bad, I think.
That would suck.
But I'm looking forward to checking out UFO 50. Join the fun on DraftKings Casino, ranked the #1 online casino experience. They've got everything you've been searching for. Thousands of exciting games, huge jackpots, exclusive offers, and more. New players get a 10-day welcome offer, 500 spins on Huff and More Puff when you play just $5 to start. Download the DraftKings Casino app, sign up with code GETPLAYED, and spin your favorite slots. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus. Physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Non-withdrawable casino spins issued as 50 spins per day for 10 days. Valid for featured games only and expire each day after 24 hours. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. Ends August 24th, 2025 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. Number 1 based on Eilers and Krejcik 2H24 product analysis. Some days, your brain needs a vacation your body can actually afford. That's where IndaCloud comes in. You juggle the chaos. You answer the emails. You even go outside sometimes. So yeah, you've earned a better way to unwind. Enter IndaCloud. Federally legal THC in the form of gummies, pre-rolls, and flower, designed to turn hanging on into fully chilling. So, if you're 21 or older, head to indacloud.co and use code GETPLAYED to get 25% off your first order plus free shipping. That's indacloud.co, code GETPLAYED, 25% off, free shipping. Just a better vibe in your mailbox. So here's the thing. Look, I got sent some of this stuff, all right? I ate one of the orange soda gummies, okay? Now, look, I'll be honest. I'm a bit of a lightweight, all right? I'm not out here blazing it. I'm not over here, insert euphemism here. I'm not doing any of that, all right? I'm not always doing it. But when I do, I like to just chill out and relax. It made me very silly with my friends, and they all had a nice time enjoying IndaCloud. It sounds too smooth to be legal, right? But it is. IndaCloud's products are Farm Bill compliant, third-party tested, and made for grown-ups who want a buzz without the need to drive 25 minutes to dispensary. And that's just a fact. Dispensaries are 25 minutes from wherever you personally are. That's just how it is. More than 50,000 people already trust them because when it feels this good, it should also feel easy. Whether you're chasing deeper sleep, better focus, or just some peace between your streaming marathons, this is how adults get elevated now. If you're 21 or older, now's your chance to float above the stress because IndaCloud, see what they did, is giving all new customers 25% off their first order plus free shipping. Use code GETPLAYED or click the link in the show notes to claim your discount. That's indacloud.co, INDACLOUD.co. Use code GETPLAYED for free shipping plus 25% off your first order. Fill out their quick survey when you order to support this show and make your week way more enjoyable, all thanks to IndaCloud. Heather, let's get into
What was I playing?
what
I wished I'd been playing.
Yeah.
I wish so. I had a real busy end of the year. She's so busy. Shut up. It's me.
Roasted.
It's me saying it to myself. I had to drop Star Wars, and I want to play it so badly. I wanted to finish Persona. I wanted to finish Chrono Trigger. And I had to drop so many games just to stay ahead of the Indiana Jones boulder of this podcast.
We were also very excited about that Indiana Jones game.
I do like Indiana Jones.
I do like him too. I've never played a video game of his.
Though I
we'll get into it later.
It is the way that Indiana Jones was sort of like hearkening back to a different time. Remember these swashbuckling adventures?
Yeah.
And they're a little racist. They're a little sexist. Indiana Jones proper has now become that to us.
Yes.
Where it's like,
yeah,
those are offensive.
Yeah.
You can't say that.
Yeah.
You can't say that you met that girl when she was a child.
But punching Nazis is evergreen.
It is.
And it is allowed.
It is allowed. It is allowed. It's allowed in like history allows it.
Yeah, they don't stop coming back.
Yeah, history. Nobody in history is in trouble for doing it.
No, you can just do it.
You can just do it. It is legal. And if it isn't legal, then the law must
be changed.
change.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wish that I had played some of the big games that I really want. I didn't fucking play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
It is kind of
Rebirth. I have Cloud's wig on my table and I didn't play Rebirth.
It doesn't shock me that you opted not to play like a 150-hour middle of a story.
I want to,
yeah,
though. I love video games so much, and I feel like I can't. My ability to purchase the games is dependent on my ability to do work. But
Yes.
now I've hit a point where I'm working so much that purchasing the games is just adding to a pile.
Yeah.
Fucking sucks.
Not to get too far into this.
All right.
Maybe you've talked about this at this point. But back to Star Wars Outlaws.
Yeah.
You got to visit Galaxy's Edge, not for the first time, but again.
Yes, I did.
But you got to do it all sort of the right way this time.
Well,
You got to do the ride.
yeah, I got to ride Rise of the Resistance
Yeah.
for the first time. I went last November. I went to Galaxy's Edge for the second time ever. And this being I went the first time February 2020, and I loved it so much I bought a season pass. And of course, March 2020, the park shut down for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So I hadn't been back until November of 2024, and got to I paid for my wife to build a lightsaber. I got to ride Millennium Falcon. I got to ride Rise of the Resistance. And I love it. I love it so much. It is so good. It is my favorite part of either of those parks.
I think so too. I really, because there's such like they do such a good job of it just sounds different over there.
Yeah, it does.
Like it sounds like Star Wars, and it's like you're prepped for that as you're walking into it. So that is like already like I got like choked up the first time I was walking into it because it was like so crazy and I loved it. I'll have gone back by the time this comes out, and when I go, which is pretty soon from now when we're talking, I will have...
I don't know what is the day.
Doesn't matter what day it is. If we say what day it is
it February?
It's February.
February 13th.
Okay, so yeah, just to peel back the curtain, that's when we're recording this episode. But I'll have built a lightsaber myself.
I just saw something crazy walk by.
What'd you see?
I just saw an impossible mirage.
What did you see?
I just saw a human being that I can't have seen walk by the studio.
I'm scared.
I pointed at him and he did not see me. But I think I just saw Nick Wiger.
You think you saw Nick?
Did I see Nick?
Ghost.
I saw a
You saw
ghost.
Nick's ghost?
Wait, did I see a ghost? I thought I saw Nick. That's so fucking... Wait.
Do you think he's going to come in?
I thought he was going to come... I swear I saw Nick.
I don't know what to do.
Wait a minute.
He just gave me a thumbs up. He's laughing at me. The sick fuck. Oh, great. Now he's going to the bathroom.
Oh, okay. Well, he won't be here for the rest of the recording.
Well.
Well.
How's Torgal doing here?
Well,
Oh, interesting. Mr. I'm going to either not show up or show up late has a criticism of our guest. Heather brought me Torgal because Heather's moving, can't take Torgal. And I didn't realize how big Torgal is. So now I have to have a conversation with my wife.
Yeah, he's huge. That's a big boy.
He's so cute.
Wow, he's cute as shit.
he's really cute. He arrived from my pre-order, and I didn't like that game much. I also really respect that his fur is patched. Like, so he's got like different shades of fur.
A little brown right here, a little gray.
Yeah.
Kind of like a real animal.
Yeah, he's a real boy.
I'm just going to put it on the bed and see what she says.
Yeah, don't say anything.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special announcement. We interrupt this broadcast to tell you that Nick Wiger has returned to the show. Which means, that's right, his ankle monitor is off. Nick Wiger, I already asked Matt and I already asked Heather, what were you playing in 2024? But more importantly, what do you wish you had played in 2024?
Well, I gotta say something too, real quick.
Yeah.
What is it?
You got that shit on, man. That's a good fit. This is a good outfit.
I had to dress a little bit nicer
Yeah.
than normal. So I've got like I'm wearing like pants, which is a thing.
Yeah.
So I get
There's a nice
pants
jacket
on.
too.
This
Really
is
good.
you know what? Also, I brought this jacket because I remember it's cold as shit in the studio sometimes.
Yeah.
It's kind of chilly right now. Am I wrong?
I mean,
Ranch
it's
is
fun
nodding.
outside.
It's so hot.
The difference in this room in particular,
Yeah.
it is either cold or hot.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah. It's a binary.
Yeah.
I only feel one temperature. Above 80
Nick, welcome back to the show.
Celsius.
That's really hot.
That's extremely
Yeah.
hot, actually.
You're simmering water at that point.
Nick, welcome back to the show. What do you wish you could have played?
Resident Evil Merchant, thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
teeing me up, and I'm glad I was able to. We weren't sure if I was going to be able to make this record, and I'm glad I'm at least here for part of it. I'm
You were
sorry I
able to
missed the
shake
front end.
your police pursuit.
All right, we already had an ankle monitor. Can also have police pursuit. We got to pick one.
They were following you because they knew you were out of bounds.
I didn't hear what your answers were. Okay, what did you each
Well,
say?
I talked a lot about how there were a lot of games that I wish I'd played.
Yeah.
Like Star Wars Outlaws, Final Fantasy Rebirth. I wish I'd finished Persona. I wish I'd finished Chrono Trigger. Big, chunky games. And the reason I didn't play them is because I hate skipping a stone across the surface of a game that is important to me.
I'm with you.
And those were all games that were so important to me that I really wanted to be able to sink into them and didn't get a chance.
Got it.
So those were my regrets of the year.
Yeah, and I said that my big one, I think, is probably UFO 50. Kind of seems like a game that I would really, really enjoy, or a series of games within that collection that I would really enjoy. And that I sort of made a vow that next week, when in the chronology of episodes being released, I'll have something to say about UFO 50.
Matt, you will enjoy UFO 50. I can say that as someone who's played UFO 50.
Oh.
But my answer is going to go in a different direction, and I'm glad I asked because I'm not stepping on anything here. But this is going to be my answer anyway. Black Myth Wukong, which was a game that was, I think, on our radars, and then we heard from some friends were like this game's rad, and I heard some other friends, and I was like, it doesn't really. It's like a messier FromSoft game that doesn't really work. But then it ends up being on the Game of the Year, the big Game Awards Game of the Year list.
Yeah.
It's in the nominees, and we don't know if it's won at this point. I have a feeling it's probably not going to win the whole enchilada, but we'll find out. But it is the sort of thing. It's just like, you know what? If it's in this sort of elite company of all these other games that I played and enjoyed, and some of which I think are masterpieces, then I not that the Game Awards are the be all and end all of arbitrating what's good and what's worthwhile. They sometimes get things wildly wrong, but it seems like a pretty good list beyond that. That I was like, I should probably test out this sumbitch. I should probably put some hours into Black Myth Wukong.
Yeah, and now that
It's a kind of game I would like.
well, I was going to say, considering that you did Sekiro,
Yes.
and you did all of Elden Ring, and
Yeah, that's right.
the Shadow of the Erd Tree, you're Mr. Souls now.
Yeah, to some degree. Yeah.
What's it like to finally have one?
Okay.
My answer is Stellar Blade.
Photo mode, right? Just photo mode only?
Well, I don't know if you know this, but they updated the breast physics in the game.
Wow.
They did, because before, when she would lean over a table, they would sort of like stay in place, but then they made it so that they had collision physics with her arms, so the breasts have a lot more sort of a gravity to them. But I didn't get around to playing it. I was waiting for the vagina physics update.
God. You're the first person to describe the physics in that game in a way that I didn't enjoy.
Yeah, please don't ever talk like that again about breast physics.
I hated that.
That was awful.
Yeah, it was horrible.
You ever did do this, a game you haven't played, you plug it into How Long to Beat, and then you're just like, all right, well, I guess that's not it. I just put in Black Myth Wukong, main plus extra 46 hours. Fuck, I had 46 hours for this fucking thing?
Yeah.
I guess I kind of do want to play it, though, so maybe I will. We'll see.
I know that our pal Chef Kevin is playing it.
Chef Kevin did say he was one of our friends that he mentioned, that enjoyed the game.
Yeah.
Like a few gamer friends that have talked to us or talked to me individually and said, like, yeah, you should check this out. You'd like it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it. The guy seems cool.
I'm into the guy.
Yeah, the guy seems really cool.
He seems awesome.
It's the Monkey King, right?
Yeah.
Like it's the Journey from the West character. Yeah, I mean,
He looks awesome.
Yeah, he looks cool.
I mean, if there was, but I was saying too that
Journey to the West is the name of the classic. I apologize.
the Yakuza game that came out earlier this year, the Like a Dragon game rather, Infinite Wealth, slipped through right through the cracks. Those games come out at such a pace that I fear I'll never catch up. There's just no way I can do them all.
They just churn them out.
And it's good because they just reuse assets, but like the assets are good, so go ahead and reuse them. That's fine.
I know we talked about this on our Metaphor episode last year, but like that game at times feels like a total conversion mod of Persona 5.
Yes.
But it did have me thinking of like, are we going to see the same sort of thing based on the success of that game, another Game Awards Game of the Year nominee? Is that going to be another thing we're going to start seeing, Atlas is going to churn out more games that are like that format, and then I'm just like, that's going to become overwhelming. Those games are fucking huge.
Yeah, I mean, if that is the case, Metaphor might have to be my last one. Like, I don't think I can keep that pace for the rest of my life.
So this is what I'm talking about.
Oh my god!
Where were you keeping that laptop?
Oh my god!
I borrowed it from Heather.
Okay.
So here it is before the update. There it is after the update.
Yeah,
you see the difference in that physics?
It seems like they're doing their due diligence there. It just seems like they're being comprehensive.
Accuracy.
Yeah, it's accurate.
Accuracy.
That's
so
what
funny.
we care about. Accuracy in video games.
That's what we
this
want
is all
to
about.
see.
Yeah, it's just so funny that the people that like would complain about tit physics have like just never seen one.
I feel like, and I'm startled to just be discovering this about our guest.
Yeah.
That I feel like the Resident Evil merchant represents a slice of the gamer fandom that maybe none of the three of us represent.
Yeah.
So
I represented a little bit. Like 40% there.
Here's the thing, guys. I have been traveling recently. I went over to the UK, and I'll admit, the Wi-Fi speed, the internet speed when you're traveling abroad, those roaming data cap shit, like you have to buy like a 50 quid, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough when you're abroad and you've badly needed an internet connection with no Wi-Fi spot in sight. So you understand what a difference a local SIM card can make. An eSIM provides an internet connection wherever you travel and saves you money on roaming fees. That's where Saily comes in. Saily is a new eSIM service app brought to you by the creators of NordVPN. Here you can choose from several affordable eSIM plans in over 190 countries and 8 regions. With a Saily eSIM, you'll always have a connection when needed. Download Saily once and you won't have to install a new eSIM for each country. You can avoid scammers selling fake SIM cards outside train stations and airports, and there are a lot of those guys, believe me. There's no more wandering around looking for a public Wi-Fi spot. With a Saily, you're always connected. They provide 24/7 support, and you get a full refund if your device isn't eSIM compatible. Download the Saily app in your app store. Use code GETPLAYED at checkout to get 15% off your first purchase, or go to saily.com/getplayed. That's SAILY.com/getplayed. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Often we get these like advertisements on this show and I have no idea what they are and I pretend to use them in my real life. NordVPN is not the case. I use NordVPN. It is saved on my desktop. It's saved on my phone. I use it to shop in region-locked stores and use proxy delivery services. I use it to access digital content that might be like on the, say, BBC, rhymes with Y player. It is a fantastic service. You can watch sporting events and TV shows and films that aren't available in your region by switching your virtual location to a country which is showing the event. You can protect your private data like bank details, passwords, and online identity. NordVPN can switch your virtual location, allowing you to save money by purchasing flights, hotels, and subscriptions from other countries at a cheaper price. And you can protect your data whilst traveling and using public Wi-Fi because NordVPN protects you wherever you are in the world. It's the fastest VPN in the world. There's no buffering or lagging while you're streaming, and it stops your ISP bandwidth throttling. One NordVPN account can be used on up to 10 devices. It is premium cybersecurity for the price of a cup of coffee per month. I use it. That's how I get my Gundam t-shirts. To get the best discount off your NordVPN plan, go to nordvpn.com/getplayed. Our link will also give you 4 extra months on the 2-year plan. There's no risk with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. The link is in the podcast episode description box. NordVPN/getplayed.
Should we move on into the games of 2025?
Let's do it.
All right. I mean,
Nick, this is what we're doing for this episode.
Okay.
yeah.
It is, as you know, January 6th. And
As of release.
And we are celebrating the games that we are looking forward to here in 2025, assuming that we're going to be allowed to purchase them. So, yeah, I guess we could just start with whatever.
I was saying that, like, but I was saying before we get started, because this is like a type of episode that we do. Usually around this time of year, as of recording, there's more information about what's coming out. And I will say that, like, the release calendar as it stands right now for 2025, a bit light. There's some stuff that's TBD, but usually I feel like that a good chunk, at least the first 6 months of the year, are filled in with like more releases. But I don't know why there isn't more announced. Maybe we're on the verge of getting some more announcements or some locked in dates. But there's plenty to talk about here, I think. Still.
I wonder if that's because AAA development has become so intense that a lot of these major releases may have, like, nobody wants a cyberpunk situation, right? And so nobody's going to release any of these games unless they are at least day one patchable.
Yeah.
And so I feel like, yeah, a lot of the big boys don't have a scheduled release date yet.
To paraphrase Miyamoto, if you delay a game, it's delayed, a few months. If a game is bad, it's bad forever. So it's I think there is like a little bit of hey, take our time with it. Let's make sure we have a launch that's not a debacle.
But in the case of Cyberpunk, he's wrong. It became
well,
good.
yeah, they updated the shit out of that game. It ended up becoming good. So maybe he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about
This guy's
anymore.
a fucking idiot, this
Yeah.
guy.
Shut up,
guy.
old man.
That fucking guy.
Immediately feel horrible saying that.
Did you guys see that? Yeah, no, you can't say it even as a joke. He's like one of the few.
The perfect human beings.
Yeah.
The best of us. Okay, so I mean, just give us if we just did Mario, that's one thing. Also did Zelda.
Yep.
He's like,
No,
they
wild.
should make church for him instead.
But this is the other thing. You think you're Mario is like, oh, Mario, hey, I love Mario. Mario was a spinoff of Donkey Kong. If he just did that, you know what I mean?
Can you, like, I don't know that I've ever done 3 good things. like
Matt, I can say you have not.
not as good as those things.
Yeah.
But we're all
I've
just
done
trying to
3
rest out
good
here.
things.
What's that? We don't have time to get into it.
But like
I made friends with you 3.
Oh, that's a nice thing
That
to
is
say.
really nice.
4 if you count Ranch, but I don't know. She doesn't look at my direction that often.
Well, I think she's justifiably terrified.
Yeah.
Can you please go?
If Miyamoto had like just made Donkey Kong, he'd be like, Masaya Nakamura, like the father of Pac-Man, he'd be like, oh, this is still an important figure in video game history.
Yeah.
You know,
Someday he would star in Pixels.
honestly, I would have loved to see Miyamoto in Pixels.
Yeah, it would have been great. But the creator of Pac-Man is in Pixels.
They cast an actor apparently.
Oh, they did?
I thought it was him, yeah, but they cast an actor.
Oh, man, you misled me. That was you. You texted me that. You said, oh, my God, they got him. And I went, Osama bin Laden? And you
Just
were-
finding out.
And you were like, no,
It's just
guy
crazy,
who created
man.
Pac-Man.
I'm like binging the news. I'm not there yet.
I guess this guy was up to no good. I don't know. I fucking gotta look
The
him up.
idea of reading news chronologically from the start.
I gotta see what's going on. I'm gonna say January. So I have some releases here.
Are we taking this month by month? That's how we're gonna do it.
I mean, we don't have to, but like it only goes until like March, as far as I've seen. There's not that much as far as that, and then everything else beyond that is like TBD 2025.
Well, why don't we start with the front end of the year?
Yeah.
If we have some stuff that's slotted in with early release dates, we can probably feel fairly confident that it will come out, even if not on the exact day, within the calendar year. It would be a
Yes.
huge delay if they have a set release date in February and they don't come out until
Right.
2026 or later. And then beyond that, we can talk about some stuff and maybe anything we're excited for and maybe speculate baselessly on what might actually come out and what will be delayed.
This first one that I have here is Donkey Kong Country Returns HD.
Matt, it's on my list. Retro's first take on the Donkey Kong Country franchise.
Yeah.
And we had the discussion that maybe Retro's, we talked about this with Bridger, and Bridger advanced that maybe Retro's Donkey Kong Country games are better than Rare's Donkey Kong Country games. An opinion that sounds more heretical on its face than maybe it actually is in practice, because those retro games are great. Donkey Kong Country Returns is awesome. I do really like that game. I originally played it on 3DS, and in fact, I didn't play the Wii version. I don't think. I think I just played it on 3DS, so I'm excited to play it on a proper console. And I think the Switch is, this feels like it's towards the end of Switch releases.
Yes, I agree.
But because the Switch successor will be backwards compatible, it's a purchase I can make with confidence.
I feel good about it as well. The thing that I don't feel good about
by the way,
yeah.
The announcement the Switch would be backwards compatible, just a reminder, came out on Election Day 2024. Election night, we were reading the returns, and then wait, breaking news from Nintendo.
Yeah.
Switch Pro is going to have your old games accessible.
News that made me go, wow, now I really won't be able to get one. The thing that sort of rubs me the wrong way about this, if there's anything to criticize, is that it is, as of press time, a 14-year-old game. And it's been ported to every Nintendo console since its original release on the Wii. But Donkey Kong's Donkey Kong. And that's good. That's good enough for me as far as I'm concerned.
Wait, was it originally on the Wii?
It was on the Wii, yeah.
Oh, and so the 3DS was a port.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's the version I played. It is a really good port.
It's a great port.
Yeah.
So they're
Well, I had
are they like
it
upporting
backwards
it?
in my head.
Yeah. And it was on the Wii, and then the 3DS, and then the Wii U, and now the Nintendo Switch.
And I'm seeing here it's also on the NVIDIA Shield for the Chinese market, so that's nice.
Oh, wow. I bet you I heard that one is the superior way to play it.
You got to play that thing on the Shield. Get yourself a VPN. Get your location. Shanghai. Play that bad boy.
Have either of you ever played a Dynasty Warriors game?
I have.
I have, yeah. I don't, I forget what the name of that genre is. There's a name for it. I don't think those kinds of games are for me.
They aren't for me either.
I like the idea of it. I like the idea of there being a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
Like, that's fun. Hey, here's a whole bunch of guys. But I think as a result of that format, the combat has to be simplified a little bit.
Yeah.
At least the ones I played, but I certainly haven't played them all.
I've never played one before. For some reason, Origins seems like it could be cool to me. But I guess I like hack and slash video games enough anyway. Like, that's a fine mode of action for me. I don't remember what I'm trying to remember what the name of that genre is. It's like
I'll look it
Muso
up.
or something, right? Or something like that.
Like chaos action.
But I would be interested in checking it out. And maybe maybe I'll wait to see like if reviews are favorable on that one before jumping into a brand new entry on a franchise I've never played before.
Speaking of a franchise,
yeah, you are correct. Muso Games,
Muso.
and it comes from Sangoku Muso, which is the Japanese name for Dynasty Warriors. So it's just
Wow.
like the back end of that.
speaking of games, franchises that I have not participated in, but am interested in for 2025 is Kingdom Come Deliverance Part 2.
Yeah.
It is a medieval European role-playing action game that is it features some first-person combat with a lot of like good weight on those swords, good clanging, like you hit swords and people bounce back off of each other, and then you can also say ram your sword through somebody's skull. It is it popped up on my radar from like watching a trailer and being like, wait, what is that? Oh, it must be a PC game. That's never going to come out for a PlayStation. And sure enough, it's coming out for PlayStation 5. And I'm hoping that I have a PS5 Pro by the time that game lands. Because I think it looks like one of those ones that will like really benefit from just a little bit of added power.
Yeah.
I liked it. Ranch liked it.
Do you know what that is, Ranch?
No.
So you just liked it on its face. Like,
Not realizing it was a reference.
Maybe he was on to something. Holy shit.
Hey, we're learning. Funny's funny. What are you gonna do?
But yeah, I'm interested in Kingdom Come Deliverance. Here, I'll show you guys a little bit of the combat in this game here on my laptop that is disgustingly wet now. But you get it's Skyrim adjacent first person combat, but it seems to me like it has a little bit more heft to it. Like it feels like
Oh my god.
it's a sword just rammed through a guy's face.
This is my nightmare, honestly.
What, to have this happen to you?
Yeah. Like to live in this
I'd hate
time
to be
and have that
killed
happen
by a
to me.
sword.
Yeah,
God,
no,
what
to
a
live in
bummer.
medieval times would have been nonstop awful.
The horrors of the day.
They shit in their own houses, and there was a guy with a shovel. Says the second season of whatever. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Well, if you're making night soil,
Night soil.
as a business. Yeah, people would save their own waste and sell it as fertilizer. Called it night soil.
I see.
Yeah, just again another layer of grime about that reality. That's just like I never want to go.
At least
there.
we've always been this way.
Yeah, I know.
One of the things that this is a little nod to our Viking history professor who dropped in last year.
Mhm.
One of the things I love about Viking history is that the English were disgusted by how clean they were.
Oh my gosh.
That they were like, it is vulgar how often they bathe. Was like a complaint about the Vikings. And we think of the Vikings as like filthy fucking dudes. But they every Saturday, all the Vikings would always bathe, no matter what.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's not enough. It's not
But
enough
imagine
bathing.
if that's too much.
Yeah, that's
For other
pretty
people
bad.
are like, what? Once a week? Wait. Oh, that's help. The old English was probably indiscernible to us anyway.
Nick, I think you're probably pretty excited about this one, Civilization 7.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down for Civ 7. Look. Hey, I just want to say one thing on Kingdom Come. So I ended up skipping Kingdom Come intentionally. I'm kind of am curious about it, but I think I kind of got put off by some of the pre-release like discussion of. I think there was at least one writer for it who I shouldn't even be saying this without having the facts in order, but there was some people who worked on the game who maybe said some shitty stuff, and then I think some of that got walked back, and some of it was talked about they don't represent the whole studio or whatever. But I think there also was a general sort of association with the kind of you see it with Viking media too, where there's kind of like almost like a Eurocentric sort of like elevation of, that sort of, and anytime I see sort of that where it becomes like kind of like it's not even necessarily the fault of the developers, but it becomes associated with something that kind of I found to be a little bit of a bummer. It seems like they're conscious of that with the sequel, and maybe I'm reading a piece right now that after the original medieval RPG courted controversy over historical accuracy, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 will feature, quote, a wide range of ethnicities. So that's nice.
Well, that's one of the things that frustrates me about Viking media in general is that the Viking diaspora extended all the way to Turkey. And they were all fucking moving all over the place.
Yeah.
So a Viking village was going to be extremely multicultural. And that's why there's all kinds of fucking weird shit like fucking Arabic swords and shit.
Yeah, and as the Viking professor told us, a lot of the Viking mythos, the equivalent of a religion for them may have had its origins in Turkey, which is interesting.
Yeah. So anyway, I didn't know that it was, as Nick just put it, a white supremacist game.
Well, I don't know. I don't want to say that. I'm just saying, like, I feel like it's a thing that you've seen some white supremacists like. So that's always like, it just iffy territory. But hey, you can also say the same for Civilization 7. Because like any sort of world building game, I think it tends to sometimes have that sort of fandom.
A game that they're not looking forward to, though, is one that I'm looking forward to, Assassin's Creed Shadows. I know that they've got complaints about this game even before it's been released, but I'm ready to go. I'm ready to fuck it up in Assassin's Creed Shadows.
It seems cool.
I know you guys aren't AC players, and the truth is, neither am I.
Yeah.
But I get every single one of them. I purchase them.
I have more of them than I'd care to admit as well, actually.
And I'll play the first 2 or 3 hours, and I'll be like, oh man, I can run up the buildings here in pre-revolutionary France, and I can jump off the Notre Dame. This is great fun. And I won't finish it unless it's Valhalla. But I might sink into those shadows and see what I can see.
Not to yuck your yum, but for me, that's the kind of game that I'm playing, and I'm like, I really like Ghost of Tsushima, I love Sekiro, and I feel like my reaction would be like, it's not those games if I actually were to play it. I probably won't play it just because I don't commit to Ubisoft games because they're too time intensive. But going, I want to hear you talk more about this, but go back to Civilization 7 real quick.
Yeah.
So every Civilization game, and that this is one of my most played franchises, the 4X strategy games that chronicle all of history of a civilization. I love this franchise. It's one of my most played franchises. Up there with Diablo and I guess Final Fantasy. I mean, trying to think of what some of the other ones are. The thing with Civilizations is the first entry, the base game, is almost always pretty flawed. Like, they introduce some new mechanics. There is some overhaul of some existing gameplay systems. And in totality, there's of course bugs because these tend to be extraordinarily huge, sprawling sort of experiences that have to encompass all sorts of possible outcomes. There's usually wonky AI at first. I'm expecting all that to be baked in when this game releases in February. It's slated right now. I expect all that to be baked into it. I'm curious what they're going to do in terms of the UX on consoles, because these are always games that I always think are such mouse and keyboard experiences. I haven't played a Civilization previously with a gamepad. I'd be curious to what that is like. But I'm gonna play it on PC. I'm fully expecting it to be a flawed experience at first, is what I'm saying, and I expect it to take some DLC and some substantial patches to get up to speed. But once it gets there, I think I'm gonna love it. And also, it's kind of like a thing of part of the fun of playing it at launch is the sort of warts and all sort of experience of there are some obvious exploits. There are some balance issues that you can use to your advantage, and all that sort of stuff is fun to experience as well. So I'll definitely be pre-ordering that and playing the shit out of it.
Nick, maybe I haven't asked you this question before, or maybe it's the most predictable question that I can ask.
Who's your god?
Great question. It's interesting because religion was not always an aspect in Civilization, and they eventually reached a point where they're like, this has to be in it because Because they were like, and I think the way they implemented religion civilization wasn't in 6. God, is 6 that like is it that old at this point? I think it was Civ 6 that introduced it, but the way they implemented it was really smart because there are benefits to having a religion. It was Civ 5 that started religions. And anyway, whatever. It was late in the franchise is the overall point. They've already had 4 of these bad boys. They come out with 5. 5 introduces religion. I think maybe even in an expansion. And the way they implemented it is religions exist, and they are the world religions that you know, in the same way that they are the world civilizations that you know. But there are no like bonuses associated with any particular religion. They are all like effectively neutral, and so you can have. And they're also not geologically married to or geographically married to any existing civilization. So you could have a Celtic civilization that is also Hindu. And it doesn't get anything specific for being Hindu, although it may get some bonuses for being Celtic. But it does have benefits from founding a world religion, which you see throughout history. Is like, yes, it's the Italian culture benefited from the presence of Catholicism. Even though that we're not saying in a simulation of it that there's a specific benefit, there's specific bonuses that you get to gameplay from Catholicism. So it was really smart. I'm interested to see how religion is going to be handled in Civilization 7.
My question was,
yes,
which I think was in earnest,
Yeah.
and Matt's maybe was not, but you answered it earnestly, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah, me too.
Because that's how I feel on the show. So, having never played a Civilization game before, when you play like, I don't know, Risk or Axis and Allies, you can dump like a ton of money and resources into, say, into a country that didn't develop the atomic bomb first and have them develop the atomic bomb before everybody else, right? Does Civilization function on the same principle? Meaning, could you dump so much money and resources into like Attila the Hun's empire and have him build the atomic bomb in that era?
No. I mean, it's a much... You don't necessarily need to follow the direct line of history as we know it, but things do happen roughly chronologically, and things do operate in eras. So you can't be in the Iron Age and develop the Apollo program.
But
that's just not. But you could get to if you sufficiently manage your society, and especially if you're on an easier difficulty, you could potentially get to the space age while other societies were in the Iron Age.
I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm fucking in. That's it. That you just unlocked it for me.
You might really like it. It is a life ruiner. I will also say, just like versus like Risk and Axis and Allies, it is a much deeper, more complicated experience than either of those.
Okay.
So just know what you're getting into.
Okay. But as long as I could, in theory, like have the Celtic, like maybe have like the Celtic seafarers like race all the way to the space age while everybody else is still like eating mud. That would be worth it for me.
Yeah, I mean, you certainly
like
could
speed run all the way to extinction on the British Isles.
You certainly could try. I don't know, how they're going to handle the civilizations if they're going to. It looks like the way Civ 7 is doing it is that, you have the age of antiquity, the age of exploration, and the modern age. And it seems like each of those is going to have different civilizations that represent it. So, I'm not sure if that means gameplay-wise that you can't be a Norman civilization from the exploration age in the age of antiquity, or if, you're playing Egypt in the antiquity age. When you get to the exploration age, they turn into a different regionally appropriate civilization. I'm not exactly sure how that will be implemented. Maybe that's been explained, but I'm not aware of it.
Also, I'm going to call myself out on calling those islands the British Isles when that's not what those fucking things are. So I'm going to stand by and let that slight echo through the hallways of our own podcast.
Sure.
I'm glad you said something because I was sitting over here and I was like, Heather's wrong.
It's wrong. I'm wrong.
That's wrong.
What else are we looking forward to?
One way you can play Civilization 7, though, you can just conquer the Earth. So you could just say, like, you know what? I'm playing Britain. whole motherfucker's going to be the British Isles.
Yikes.
Y'all be sipping tea in no time, sweetie.
Wait, I want to go back to it because I didn't want to just say something negative about it and then move off of it. What specifically about Assassin's Creed Shadows has you intrigued? Because you really were into the Valhalla Assassin's Creed.
Well, I think that it is a slick way to do a dumb version of history. It's a dumb primer on a certain era of history. I learned some stuff about the Medici, and I learned some stuff about the French Revolution from the Assassin's Creed games. From what our Viking professor said, people take that class because the games introduce these concepts. And this is a sort of, an era of Japanese history that I don't know a ton about. And so I'm really looking forward to getting just like a light Saturday morning cartoon style primer on what was happening and see if it sparks interest and joy in me. And then I can pursue that interest for a few months, if not for the rest of my life in 2025. I also really like when the game is interesting, because I didn't go into Vikings or the Valhalla game thinking, oh my God, I can't wait to learn more about Vikings. I had a passing interest, but I wasn't and then by the end of that game, I was like, I need to know everything there is to know about this.
You got Viking Madness.
I got Viking Madness. So similarly, I'm looking forward to seeing if the gameplay loop and the serotonin bumps of the Assassin's Creed formula activate that in my brain, and then I'm become one of those people who's just well, actually, that kind of roof is pre-Edo period and dates to blah 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 blah. I don't know. I'd like to learn that stuff. And Assassin's Creed games are a fun way to learn it, but also they're violent. And so, I get just enough of what I want.
Learning is part of the appeal of the Civilization franchise as well. I'd say I'd probably learned more from Civilization about history than I did from fucking Long Beach Unified School District.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going.
Look, I know we've talked about this game a little bit on the show, in passing.
Yeah.
We're all gonna play Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, right?
I think I'm in. I think I'm in on a Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. I mean, it's so. I mean this affectionately. It looks gloriously dumb.
Yeah.
I love that. When I saw the trailer, the reaction I think of a lot of people was oh, it's interesting. This is a period thing. This is kind of an alternate reality thing. And the other was oh no, they have cell phones. There's pirates in a modern world and a straight up big ass pirate ship.
Yeah.
Not like a Somali pirate or something like that. It's just in a speedboat. No, it's a 3-masted sailing ship.
A Jack Sparrow ass pirate.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm 100% in on that. I will play it for sure.
That's probably a skip for me, mostly because the part of the Yakuza games that I like so much, like a Dragon games, is the neighborhood environments.
Yeah.
And not I don't care as much about pirates. So I don't really want. I'd rather be in Kabukicho or something.
Yeah.
Than I would be in on a schooner.
But they get to be in Hawaii.
They do.
I mean, it being centered on Goro Majima who's just such a fucking weird, funny character. I really like.
Yeah.
And you get to play him a lot in Yakuza 0, but it's like a prequel thing, so it's a different version of the character. So. I'm definitely all in on that one. Can I point out another game which is a little bit different than what we've been talking about? But I really love the indie game Citizen Sleeper, which came out a couple years ago. Was one of my favorite games of that year. And Citizen Sleeper 2, which subtitles Starward Vector, is supposed to release in 2025, sometime on the front edge. The front end of the year. Really just incredible writing in that game. It's also it's a very much the effort of it's a solo developer. That there was a separate composer and there is a separate character artist, but everything else is one solo developer. I know those are major roles. They had a huge impact on the first one. I'm not sure if there's going to be a bigger team or there's just going to be more resources based off of the success of the first game, which will allow it to be like a little bit maybe more of a fully fleshed out experience. But even if it's just more of the same, with the great art, great vibes from both the art and the music, and then just an exceptional caliber of writing, I'm all in on that. Just a great sci-fi story.
Another maybe small shout out to a game that's coming out in March is the Suikoden 1 and 2 HD remaster.
Wow.
I loved Suikoden 1. I played Suikoden 2. It was not a huge hit here in the United States, but I have extremely fond memories, and I'm wondering if the arc of nostalgia can carry me through at least a half replay of those games. They had beautiful music. They had a nice town building system. They had an insane number of playable party characters. Like, I think it was 108 different characters you could choose from for your party, and the rest of the guys would all be in the town.
Yes.
It was really fun. There were also like battles that would take place on a battlefield where you would throw like 100 of your guys versus 100 of their guys. It didn't, it didn't have the sort of lasting appeal of something like Final Fantasy VII. It isn't spoken about. Like, it's not like, oh, everybody is aching and thirsty for fucking Suikoden. But I'm looking forward to the package, especially since it's coming out on Switch.
I had that on my list as well, and I knew that you're a fan of those games, and that's probably honestly why it's on my list at all.
It's real retro.
Yeah.
It's real retro. I think at the time that the game came out, people were complaining about the sprite-based graphics when everything was transitioning to this sort of 3D battles.
Yeah.
Like Mario 64 was already out when those games came out, and people were like, ugh, this game needs to get with the times. It needs to have, Cloud was... Well, he's a three-dimensional character when he's walking around.
Right.
And these guys are just little shitty drawings. Well, joke's on you guys. It's 2024 and Suikoden's coming back.
It's back, baby.
It's back.
A game that I think was on my list when we did this at the end of 2023, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. And I think at the time I was like, I don't think this is coming out this year. And it didn't. It's slated for 2025. And let me say this. I don't know if it's coming out in 2025.
What's the
this is the thing. It's just like this is the first RPG, the first RPG that came out. And I mentioned before that I actually worked with some developers who worked on Vampire the Masquerade. That game's gonna be fucking 20 years old at that point. At this point, and that game that came out was really ambitious, really well received, kind of buggy, and I think just like the scope of these sorts of experiences, these sort of modern vampire games with a lot of role playing. I just think it's really fucking tough to pull those together. I don't know if it's going into early access at all. It seems like it would make sense, but. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to see it actually released this year. I hope it does. But I also hope the developers get to take all of the time they need to get that one right, because it's going to be much anticipated as the sequel for a fucking 20-year-old game that's got a cult fandom. This actually brings me to something that I wanted to ask the room. A couple of TBD.
What are you playing?
No, Resident Evil Merchant.
We did it.
Was not. We already asked that.
We did that.
That was
already.
earlier.
This is the same day.
We did that an hour
queued me
ago.
up.
Literally an hour ago at this point.
Something I want to ask the room. That's always my cue.
You don't have to be here.
I told you to leave.
You do not have to be here.
Please.
I'll just say, Nicole, I just need to make sure you don't need me for the rest of the recording.
We don't need. I can say we don't need you.
But I don't need you.
Okay. Well, then fine. We don't need each other, I guess.
I think we hurt his feelings.
We're hurting. Yeah, we're look, hurt people.
What were you about to say, Nick?
Tell me this guy's got to get out of here.
Get the fuck out of here!
No, you get out! You get out. I'm just gonna
You
stand.
see, we keep saying these
I'm
things,
standing here.
and he keeps throwing them back at us.
It's
There's
true.
no
There's
way to
no
compete.
comeback. Yeah. I would fucking dominate a presidential debate.
Learn to speak French.
Okay. Here's my question. A couple of big boys that are slated for release in 2025.
Yep.
Do we think they actually come out?
Ooh, I like this game.
Grand Theft Auto 6.
Oh, fuck. Starting hard. Are you saying you doubt 6 is coming out in 2025?
It's slated for Q3, Q4. They'd have to be really confident in it. I'm sure they're trying to get it as a holiday release. I'm sure that's the goal from Rockstar. But again, it's going to be a really fucking ambitious game. We know how also like the expectations for this is going to be. It's like probably the most anticipated game ever.
So you're saying January 2026 to maybe even May 2026?
I think if it doesn't come out in 2025, they will delay it a full year.
Whoa.
Yeah, because then they'll want to come out. They want it to be a holiday release. They want it to be a fall to holiday release in 2026.
but then-
GTA 6, 2026 on the PS6.
I think it's coming out in 2025. That's
I would
that's what I
be
think.
happy to be wrong. I would
That's
have
what
to
I
be
think.
wrong. I kind of don't think it's coming out. I think Grand Theft Auto 5 will be ported to the Switch before it is released. Grand Theft Auto 6 is released.
Grand Theft Auto 6 was already pushed back though. And I
Yes.
think that they pushed it back because they were targeting something and then they were like, we've got to polish it.
Yeah.
And I think the polishing process is what puts it in Q3 2025.
We fucked up. We got to make sure that the Wendy's on Vermont is in there in the game.
Oh, right. It takes place here.
I actually, I think it's in Vice. Is this one in Vice City? Or
I don't know.
I can't remember.
I can't remember.
I think it is in
Miami.
Vice City, but I'm not sure if it's fully there.
What's another one that you think is not coming out?
I'm not saying one way or the. I want to get everyone's opinion. I'll weigh in, but I
Okay.
mean, I'm not saying like that. I'm not teeing this up, trying to get a specific reaction. Death Stranding 2. I'm going to say my opinion does not come out in 2025.
Holy shit. Well, I think it does.
Okay.
I think it does because
What else is he doing?
there's been so many social media posts. There were so many social media posts in 2024 of Kojima playing Death Stranding 2.
Yeah.
And that is part of the cohesive polish of the game is that once it's all built, then they start like balancing it. And if they're balancing it in 2024, I think it releases late 2025.
But I mean, the prototyping, not even the prototyping phase, but the development phase, the development in general involves a lot of playing. You're playing the shit out of that game the whole time. You know, when I worked in development, I had a PlayStation controller on my desk. I was with my dev kit. It is just like you're playing constantly because that's how you figure out if shit works or not. And so I don't know how much of a tell that is, but it could be. We'll see. All right. Wait, Matt, what do you think? You think it's coming out in 2025?
I kind of want him to like Beyonce drop it, like just like not announce it and be like it's out now. Like you can download it now if you want. Like I would hope that I'm
you know who tried that? Sega. they surprise launched the Sega Saturn. Did not go well.
but like he could do it. Like
He
I
could
feel-
do
I
it,
feel
yeah.
Like he for some reason I think he could pull it off. I think
that he crafts such specific trailers and all like that part of the process is an attractive part of the process for him.
Yeah.
So I think he won't Beyonce drop it.
I'm concerned about how little we have as far as like new assets in regards to Death Stranding 2. We haven't seen any new
Yes.
trailers or anything like that. Just the one thing that he showed us at I think last year or
You
this
also
past
got
year's
that
Game
photo
Awards.
mode trailer.
Oh yeah, the photo mode trailer was cool.
Look, it's gonna be rad. I think also when it comes out, we're gonna cover it, so that'll be fun.
yeah, I think
5 episodes.
we'll cover Death Stranding 1 probably one more time. But
Should we do a Sweet Coden episode? That might be fun.
Oh man.
I think we should when it comes out.
Yeah, why
Oh
not?
jeez.
Why not?
That makes me feel weird, but nice.
Yeah, let's do it for sure. What's
Here's another one.
What's another one on the bubble?
Will Hades 2 be out of early access by the end of 2025?
I sort of think yes.
I think
based on
yes
how
too.
Polished,
I think yes too. I think it will.
how polished the early access. The
Yeah.
early access is just like a full ass normal game.
Yes, yeah.
it's good.
Yeah.
I would like to a reason to finish it. I know that in the last few months they like patched it and added a bunch of stuff.
They've added so much content, and they've the other early access game that I've been tracking and playing is Deep Rock Galactic Survivor.
Yeah.
That they've added so much content to that now. There's so much.
I gotta
more
get back
going
in
on.
there. I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, they're at the point now where I'm like, maybe now I just wait for the retail release because they've got so much. They're adding so much stuff that I'm kind of like, I kind of want to see this in its finished form, not be burned out on it when it comes out. Heather, what do you think about on Hades 2?
I have less of an opinion, but I bet it comes out in 2025.
All right, one more. Does the Switch successor come out in 2025?
Yes.
Yes.
It absolutely does.
Hard yes.
I think I'm gonna make a prediction right here. We're gonna get a March 2025 announcement for either a June launch or holiday 2025. I think you either get first wave out in the summer and second wave out for holiday. That could be really fun.
My gut says it is coming out in 2025.
I think it's coming out because they've already talked about it in 2024. So they've already started padding the brakes on new sales of the Switch.
Right.
And they don't want to absorb that kind of, like a mom in Ohio being like, oh, but wasn't there a new Switch? Like, you don't want that woman to not buy her kid a gift.
Yeah, and I feel like they've also already dropped their Switch hardware revisions, right? They had, not that they won't do another one, but the Switch Lite and the OLED Switch, like, there's not like another one they could go with. I guess
if they dropped a Switch Lite OLED,
I guess an OLED Switch Lite, yeah,
that's
something
money in the bank, baby.
Well, I'll buy them.
Am I buying my fourth Switch?
I just did picture myself buying a Switch Lite while I'm buying the new Switch. That's a horrific vision.
Don't do it.
I
Don't
can't
do it.
I
Don't
can't
do it.
I got to be strong. I do think the Switch 2 will come out. And I'm guessing that Metroid Prime 4 will be a launch title.
Yeah, I think that look, it would make sense for them to come out in concert, but who fucking knows? Any other games we didn't discuss? Anything we missed?
Are you interested in Slay the Spire 2 at all?
Of course, yeah.
That's one that's coming out. There's a couple here on this list that I think are not going to be very good. Like I would like to be surprised that Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra is good, but who could say? But I'd be interested in checking that out. Captain America and Black Panther game, that seems kind of cool.
Is Monster Hunter Wilds going to be the Monster Hunter that we play?
I mean, it's got to be one of them. It's inevitable. The way that these come out, we'll end up playing one.
It looks so cool.
It looks really, really cool.
What about Doom, the Dark Ages?
That's a home run to me. That seems awesome. That seems fucking tight as hell. I'm interested in that. I'm interested in, obviously, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. Who knows when that's coming out? I've seen a lot of gameplay footage from it. I've seen so much of the game. I feel like they're just waiting for the correct window. But I'm all over that. Why not? Pokemon Legends ZA, of course, will launch on the Switch too. I'm sure. And there's this other game here that was just announced a couple weeks ago that's set in the Remedy-verse. It's a FBC Firebreak. It's like a first-person team shooter set in the Control offices.
Oh.
And I'm interested in at least checking it out because Remedy gets my full-chested endorsement.
You're a Remedy correspondent.
Yeah. So I gotta see what that is, even if that's not my type of game.
Yeah.
But I gotta see how it expands the world, if at all. But yeah, those are the big ones, I think.
What about New Crazy Taxi?
I don't know if we're ready for it. I think we had our chance and we blew it.
Yeah, we could have elevated Crazy Taxi, and America chose differently.
Yeah, I don't think we deserve it, actually.
We chose Doom, the Dark Ages.
We chose normal taxis.
Normal taxis.
Mafia: The Old Country seems like it might be cool.
I like old country.
Are you a Mafia guy? You like the Mafia games?
I've tried to play so many of them and
Yeah.
can't get into it for some reason, but I like the idea of being a Mafia guy.
Yeah, sure.
And of course, I pay my respects.
Yeah, sure.
To the Dons, of course. I kissed the ring.
If
You'd
you're
be
in
a
the
great Mafia guy.
if you're in the
I would be the
mafia,
worst guy in the Mafia. I would, at best, I would try my hardest to be like a Polly Walnuts and just get shot in the back of the head day one.
oh, I've got another one. Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake.
Yeah. I'm excited about
Nick took
No,
a big...
what am I getting? I was just like, because I haven't gotten to the 3 remake. I was like, when am I get to the fucking 3 remake? And then I get to the 1 and 2 remake.
Some of us are calling it the 3 make.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to the 3 make. These HD remasters they're just, I don't know. There's just like.
And they're not doing the games that I want them to do with it. I want them, I don't know if I need.
Look, I love the Dragon Quest series, so that is for me.
I'm not as versed in the Dragon Quest. I'm happy that it's existing. I would love, and they'll never do this because it's just too good. Give me a HD 2D original Pokemon. That'd be great.
Ooh, that would be great.
That would look nice.
I'd also take an HD 2D, which I'm thinking the Octopath Traveler treatment. You know, that kind of model kit looking.
Yeah.
For Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
That's fun.
That's really, really fun.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll get to those Super Famicom Final Fantasies at some point.
How about this? If there's a game that you're interested in, listener, that's coming out in 2025 that we didn't mention here, let us know, and let us know why you're interested, because I'd like to know why. Shall we do a segment real quick?
Yeah.
Segment.
Sig it up.
Let's do a little segment. It's time. I'm gonna get. I'm so nice. I'm gonna give us all $15.
Wow, Matt.
And we're gonna
thank
get to
you.
spend those $15 on games from 2024 in the bargain bin.
Oh.
You would be a bad Mafia guy. Handing out $15 willy-nilly.
Well, here's the thing. I gave you $15.
Yeah.
That means you owe me something.
Oh, now I owe you some. Okay, that's how. Yeah. Scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Kill this guy for me.
I gotta do a job. Fuck.
All for $15. Now, look, before anybody says anything, I made this myself.
Okay.
The dollar amounts don't necessarily correspond to the quality of the games. It's just where they lay. It's where I just put the chips where they lay.
Okay.
I did my best to sort of match what I thought the enthusiasm would be. But, 15, you got to spend your money how you think you're going to spend.
Got it. So these are games from 2024.
These are all games from 2024.
Okay.
Hey, you know what? In totality, pretty good year.
Pretty good year, I would say. Not as good as 2023. 2023, I think, being one of the banger years in games.
Sure.
But no stinkers here, as far as I'm concerned. I'll read off the tiers, or the dollar amount tiers, and then we'll start making some choices. At the $5 tier, we have Metaphor ReFantazio, Astro Bot, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, which you can assume includes the base game.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And in the $4 tier, Animal Well, Silent Hill 2 Remake, Balatro, and Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero. In the $3 tier, Diablo 4 with the Vessel of Hatred expansion, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown, and Black Myth Wukong. In the $2 tier, Tekken 8, Dragon Age The Veilguard, Star Wars Outlaws, and Dragon's Dogma 2. And in the $1 tier, The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, Princess Peach Showtime, Tactical Breach Wizards, and Stellar Blade. Does anybody feel like they would like to go first? They know the choices that they're going to make. If not, I could go first.
Resident Evil Merchant is grabbing at the Stellar Blade box art through the screen.
You have to stop. You're going to
Get
break
out
the
of here.
TV.
Give it to me. 15 copies. Breast physics.
We're gonna have a chat after this.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 4 Merchant.
I'll let you borrow one of them if that's a chat.
I'll borrow one, sure.
It's a good game.
Matt. I mean, this is an interesting exercise as always. I will say I think my unfun way to answer this if I'm actually thinking about it, I think I take my $15. I get 3 games. I get Metaphor, I get Astrobot, and I get Elden Ring: Shadow of the Erd Tree, and I think I'm done with it. I think I walk away. But if we want to do more of the thing of like, hey, I gotta mix it up a little bit.
You don't.
But I'm just saying, like, just for the interest of discussion, where it gets tricky for me is the $4 tier, because both Animal Well and Balatro are masterpieces. And Balatro you can play endlessly. Animal Well is an unmissable, kind of more of a single playthrough experience, but just a completely unique object. I don't. That's maybe the toughest decision if I got to pick one or the other. I guess there's a world where I take both of those and then I build out my roster from there. But if I was going to take one from each category, I think what I do is I do Shadow of the Erd Tree, I do Animal Well, I'd go down to Diablo 4, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, another game along with Black Myth Wukong in that tier that I meant to play and I didn't get around to it. That is a game I'm very intrigued by, a sort of a puzzle game that's got this sort of arcane aspect to it. In the $2 tier, these are some games I have not played. And I think what I'd go with is Dragon Age Veilguard, because I've heard really good things about it, and I think that's the game of those 4 that would appeal to me the most. And then the $1 tier, I don't think I liked Echoes of Wisdom enough to pick it over something else that I think I'd have more fun with. And as much as I want to join the Resident Evil Merchant on Stellar Blade Island, I think I would actually go with Princess Peach, because that's a kind of platform I'm into.
If I'm answering the way that Nick just answered, my 3 games in the top tier that I would just immediately get and be done would be Metaphor, Astrobot, and Final Fantasy.
Wow. I'm surprised you skipped Shadow of the Erd Tree.
I wasn't as blown away as I was by Elden Ring proper.
Yeah, sure. And maybe that's part of my association I have, but I just think it's such a masterfully done expansion.
But if I'm doing the other way, which is one from each category, well, one from each tier, which is a fun way to do it.
Yeah.
Then I'm going Metaphor, Silent Hill 2, Black Myth Wukong, Star Wars Outlaws, and Stellar Blade, which I've only played the first couple hours of, and honestly was a good time.
I've heard it was fun.
Yeah.
I bet I'd be into it. I heard the combat's pretty fun.
Sounds like it's a lot better now. Look, if I was doing it the way you're spending $15 on 3 games from the $5 tier, my choices are Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erd Tree, Astrobot, and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Wow.
Okay.
But doing it from the $1 or the one from each tier way, I'm going Astrobot from the $5 slot. I'm going Balatro in the $4 slot. The $3 slot is tough because I would like to try all of those. I played a little bit of the Prince of Persia game and was really, really into it. But maybe I would. You know what? I'm gonna stick with Prince of Persia. Prince of Persia that's my. The fact that one even came out this year is fantastic. Really good time for me.
Doesn't seem like they're gonna be releasing any more because they shuttered that studio.
Yeah, the game was commercially well received. Did not sell great because of the insane Ubisoft Plus thing, and that's their fault. And they're like, you know what, we're shutting the team down.
They didn't fucking market it well either.
No.
They didn't know what to do with it. It's a cool franchise. It was a cool take on it, and just to sort of say like, no, we only want to make the fucking same formula games that we've been making. We don't want to do something that slightly deviates. That's maybe more of a single A game, or a double A game, as opposed to this huge sprawling AAA open world experience. It's a bummer.
It's a real bummer.
I feel bad for those developers.
Having played some of Star Wars Outlaws and having no interest really in Tekken 8, my choices here in the $2 slot are Dragon Age, The Veilguard, and Dragon's Dogma 2. 2 dragons, one choice.
Yeah.
I think I would have to go Dragon's Dogma over Dragon Age: The Veilguard for some reason. It appeals to me a little bit more than that one does, but I've heard interesting things about it.
Thank you for not dragging your feet with that choice. Let's go to the $1 tier.
In the $1 tier, I got a lot of leading ladies to choose from. Zelda, Peach, the lady from Stellar Blade. And then this other guy, he's not part of it. The Tactical Breach Wizards, which I hear is good. I just haven't had a chance to get into it. I'm going Stellar Blade. Come on.
Wow.
Come on now.
Let's go.
Let's go. Come on.
Someone's like favorite game of this year is listening to this was Tactical Breach Wizards. They're just like, what the fuck? What the fuck's going on here?
Here's the thing about that. That's 100% true, and I know this. The people that I know that are super into Tactical Breach Wizards are like, this is the best video game.
The other thing about
this podcast, just fucking ignore it.
This list is that I think almost all of the games on this screen are probably somebody's favorite game of the year. It was a good year for games.
Pretty good.
Maybe not Star Wars Outlaw.
What the fuck?
Ranch, going off of box art or titles alone, what intrigues you here? I know you played Silent Hill too.
I actually haven't yet.
Well, you haven't yet. Okay.
I've been meaning to, but
yeah.
Waiting for be brave enough. But yeah, definitely Silent Hill. Lorelei and the Laser Eyes looks cool.
Great title.
I like the scary looking stuff.
Yeah.
The Peach.
There you
Very
go.
cute.
Yeah.
And let's do Star Wars Outlaws.
Wow.
All right, great.
There you go. Anything from in the $5 tier?
Astrobot.
Wow, hell yeah.
Little cutie.
He is cute. He's cute as shit.
Wow. There we go.
Well, a lot of fun. I'm enjoying just looking at all these boxes of games, some of which I really, really put a lot of hours into and really enjoyed, and some of which I have yet to experience, but I hope to have some time for. But I, this is the kind of thing, and I know we said this on our year-end episodes, but the thing I love about games is that there will always be a game that comes out every year out of nowhere that people are like, this game is fucking great. And we see a couple of them there, Animal Well and Balatro, on nobody's radar in advance of 2024. And they end up being two of the most talked about games of the entire year. And games that made an indelible mark on the medium. So yeah, I think that rocks, and I really, that's the thing that I want to say as a landing point here. The game I'm most anticipating in 2025 is the game like that. The game that we weren't expecting, that comes out of nowhere, that becomes this huge conversation piece and changes people's perception of what the still very young art form can be.
I bet that is a mini game inside of Grand Theft Auto 6.
Hey, that's this week's Get Played. How about that?
How about that?
Next week, we'll be caught up to the present. So we'll be talking about what's going on right here in the year of our Lord 2025. So that'll be a lot of fun. Our producer is Rochelle Chen. Ranch, __Sard. Our music is by Ben Prunty, benpruntymusic.com. Our art is by Duck Brigade Design, duckbrigade.com. And hey, check out our Patreon, patreon.com/getplayed, where you can find our entire pre-headgum back catalog, plus ad-free main feed episodes, and also our Patreon exclusive show, Get Animated. Matt, what are we doing this week?
I'll tell you what's coming out this week. Our watch along of the 4th Pokemon movie, Pokemon Forever.
Wow.
Wow.
You demanded it. So here we are.
Yeah, exactly. This is exactly what the people have been asking for. They're not tired of the choices we're making. Nobody's mad. Everybody's having a good time.
Everyone's having a blast over at patreon.com/getplayed.
And also check out our merch over at Kinship Goods, kinshipgoods.com/getplayed. Get
That's
yourself
right.
a t-shirt, a sweatshirt. Get yourself whatever you want over there.
Get yourself a hat.
Why not? For crying out loud. Cover up that head.
Don't shame anyone's head. Sure, everyone's got great heads.
Cover it up. And actually, who got played, actually? It's kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
The year 2024 got played, didn't
Nice.
it?
Wow.
We're done with that
Yeah.
year. Nice
Goodbye,
try.
buddy.
Miss me with that.
Goodbye.
Yeah, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you, bitch.
Yikes.
Harsh.
I hated the year.
That was all right. Pretty good, actually.
That was a HeadGum podcast.
Hi, I'm Alana Hope Levinson,
And I'm Dan O'Sullivan.
and this is The Outfit, the new podcast from Higher Ground and HeadGum.
We're two journalists who are slightly obsessed with the mob and organized crime and other nefarious stuff like that.
Every week, we're going to bring you a story about a mobster. Some you've heard of, some you definitely haven't, but all of them are going to help explain why America is like this.
See, the mob explains all sorts of things, from milk expiration dates to why we got into Cuba to Las Vegas.
Gay bars.
Who knew?
Who knew?
The mob's involved.
All that and more. Subscribe to The Outfit wherever you get your podcasts and watch video episodes on YouTube. New episodes every Thursday.
What's up, everybody? I'm Kyle Mooney.
And what's up, everybody? I'm Beck Bennett.
And man, we got something to tell you.
Oh, yeah, we definitely do.
Yes, it's a brand new podcast on HeadGum.
That's right. And it's called What's Our Podcast?
Yep. And that's because we don't have a single idea what our podcast should be about.
Yeah, we don't. So we actually have guests come on and they tell us what they think our podcast should be about, and then we try it.
Yep. Guests like Mark Maron, Jack Black, Brittany Broski, Kate Berlan, Bobby Moynihan,
Meg Stalter, and Tim Balls.
Landon Axler,
Joni McGrease.
Reese, and Dender.
New episodes release every Wednesday. So subscribe to What's Our Podcast
on YouTube or any of your favorite podcast platforms.
Yeah.
I'm going to go do it right now.